Okay, I think we are live streaming. Heather, confirm, are we live streaming?
Yes, we are now.
All right, fantastic. Welcome, everybody, to finale night of Hypnotic Big Brother Season 4 YouTube Recommended. We are here with our final two, consisting of Danny and Jay. By the end of the night, one of them will be crowned the winner of Hypnotic Big Brother YouTube Recommended. But before that, we have some jurors with some questions for the final two, and a whole string of speeches and questions and other shenanigans to get through first. Um, okay, while we wait for Jay to get back, for those watching, I'll just give a little reminder of how this will work. So each finalist will have 5 minutes to begin with their opening statement. That's 5 minutes each. After their opening statements, we will bring in each juror into this main room one at a time. They're all waiting in the breakout room right now. Um, each juror will have a total of 8 minutes to ask whatever questions they would like to the finalists. After each juror has gone, each finalist will get another 5 minutes to give their closing speeches. And once their closing speeches are done, they will just have to wait for everyone to cast their votes to vote either one of you guys a winner. So with that, let's get right into it. Jay, as the winner of the final head of household competition, you will get to decide who goes first for opening speeches, either you or Danny. Keep in mind that whoever goes first for opening statements will go last for closing statements, and then vice versa for the other person. So, Jay, what would you like to do?
I'd like to go first.
Okay. So you'll go first for opening statements, and Danny will go first for closing statements. Um, okay, great. With that, you have 5 minutes on the clock for your opening statement. This goes for the jurors watching. You do not have to use your total time. You can um, abstain from the rest of your time if you feel like you've said all you need to say. But once you get up to your time, I will um, shut you down and you won't be able to speak past that. And I will show the time periodically as well. So with
Be-
that, oh,
Before we start, you can hear
yes.
me clearly, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
If we can't, I'll pause your time and just let you know that like something's weird is going on.
Okay, for
Okay.
sure.
With that, Jay, your time will begin whenever you start talking.
Hello, fellow house guests. I'm excited to be in the final two and excited I got to play this game with you all throughout the course of these 42 days. Um, to say it was easy to get here would be an understatement and a lie, basically. I felt like in this game, I didn't know how I knew what I wanted to do, which was play subtly and keep my mouth closed and keep my cards close to my chest. Because in past games, I've gotten some type of um, thing about myself where people call me messy or I'm just too trusting of people and giving out information I shouldn't be. So I made it a point to keep my cards close to my chest, even with people I was closely working with, to never let like my inner thoughts about the end game really come up. Um, I think the real turning point in this game for me early on was getting in the three with Caden and Caleb during the Mike round, I would say, where Mike left or when he won HOH, one of those rounds. And we locked in from the start. Like from the very first phone call, I knew about their alliance with Jen, Jesse, and Tawny immediately, and they knew what was going on with me. We traded information so easily like that. And I think from there we were able to control the game without necessarily being empowered throughout. Like after Cadence HOH, we weren't empowered necessarily like straight up. We just controlled it with our social relationships and strategically maneuvering around the cast. Um, what I would say is, although I was in like the most dominant alliance of the season, I didn't have a backup like Caden and Caleb did. They had at the end of the day, if something went wrong, they always had something to fall back to with Jen, Tawny, and Jesse. Even though that's not necessarily what they wanted to do or go with, they always had that in their back pocket. So I needed to make sure my relationships were good with people outside of them. Like after Vicky left and Chris was saved by Danny, Dime, David, and Jen, we got on a phone call the next day and I just laid it out from him who was doing what to what, how many people were flipping back and forth. And I think that was a real turning point in my game, being able to steal Chris from them, even after they saved him, and even after when anybody came up to me that day, was initially pushing Vicky to go. So me being able to get Chris, even though I was initially targeting him that round, back on my side, and against the people who voted for him to stay, was one of the biggest things in my game to get me where I am. And I think I really stepped it into high gear during live round. Once I won that veto during Tawny's boot, I turned it up. I literally won at least one comp throughout the remainder of the season in every competition, I believe. I won the most comps all season, but I don't think that necessarily was the most dominant factor about my game because I didn't win another comp after my initial HOH until Final Six. I went the whole round without seeing the block until Final Four, and it was based out of Caleb trying to play nice with Caden and not trying to get them antsy or angry with them. So I feel like strategically, physically, socially, I played the hell out of this game. And the last three rounds were very tough for me. I feel like I was perceived as somebody, or I wanted to be perceived as somebody in the early rounds, as somebody who, when I told you where I was voting, that's who I was voting. People came up to me asking me, am I voting Cody? Yes, I'm voting Cody out. I'm voting Mike out. I wanted Vicky gone, and I said that I wanted Vicky to stay, but I didn't matter who left between Chris and Vicky. But during that whole round, anybody told me about the flip or anything, I let them know I wanted Vicky gone. And I tried to push that perception about myself. So when we got to the last three rounds, where I lied to Jesse, where I lied to Kaden, and when I lied to Caleb about taking to the end, it's because they had no reason to believe I wouldn't be lying to them because I stood to what I was, because I stood on that perception that I was portraying to myself, portraying to everybody in the game throughout the whole season. And I lied when I needed to lie. I feel like people in this game went out early because they lied at the wrong point in times and lost trust in the most important people they had with them at that point. And I feel like I lied when I needed to lie and got where I needed to be. And I feel like I played a hell of a game. No votes casted against me all season. Didn't touch a block into the Final Four and won the most comps. I voted correctly the entire game. I I don't know what else I could have did. Probably just be a little less I lie a little less, but I don't think I would have got here if I did that. So I'm not ashamed of the game I played. I stand by it and I'm standing on 10. I did what I had to do to get here. And I hope y'all can respect that.
All right. Thank you, Jay. Danny, you will have the same 5 minutes, and your time for your opening speech will begin whenever you start talking.
Thank you, Alex. Okay, so fellow jurors, thank you for your time today. And what I will say is my game was built on trust, whether it was my trust in you or your trust in me. And the reason I say this, there is not a round that I did not know what was going on, whether it was me being on the block, whether it was me going to certain situations and having to say to someone that, hey, your name's up on the block. Somebody's voting you this way. You need to go talk to this person. That is how I played this game. Did I lie? Of course I lied. That's the part of Big Brother. But I won't regret what I did to say to anyone because I felt that each one of you, as I played this game, I've built a personal relationship with you. Now, the only person that I will say that I really did not build a personal relationship with is Caden. But I talked to each and every one of you almost, whether it was every day or every other day, there was some type of conversation that we had that we were always in some manner strategizing of how we were going to move forward in the game. If we look through each player in the jury right now, Vicky, yes, I did try to flip that vote on you. Dime, you know I was rocking with you to the end, and that's why I made sure you did not go out unanimously. But there was another vote, which I believe was Caleb. Next, then we go to David. David, you know how the situation was. I told you I got your back, bro, but you let me know that everything was okay. Everything was copacetic. We can go how we move. The vote went how it went. Chris, I talked to you as soon as you were going out. I was like, hey, bro, can I vote you out? Is it okay? And you said, yeah. And we said, well, let's rock it out. Next thing we go to, now I win HOH, the only competition I won in this game because, again, trust. I didn't have any reason to feel like I needed to win anything because I knew that I had allies and I knew I had people that I was associated with that could keep me in this game. And that's how I got to the final two because I was associated and I was aligned with people in the right way that Jay felt comfortable enough to take me to the end. But then we moved to my night. Jen, I took you out just because of the fact that you were the biggest threat in the game. They said it in touchy subjects. That was a key factor that everyone was bringing up to me. And I said, okay, why not? I put you against Tawny because I knew Tawny was probably going to take herself down. But if Tawny didn't go down, Tawny's another big threat because she's winning everything. So then we moved to Tawny. Tawny, you're wound. I didn't expect Caleb to do what he did, but he did it, and I'm sorry. But that, like, the thing is, I felt that you were someone that, like, I felt like I still got my get back on you just due to the fact of you put me up and didn't give me a chance. Then we moved to Jesse. Jesse, you know, at the very beginning of this game, I said, sister, this is who you need to be looking at. You need to be talking to this person. We getting you to jury, and we got you even further than jury. And you did it on your own, and I did it with a little bit of my help. Then we moved to Caden. Caden, you know, we didn't talk, so it is what it is. And then Caleb, you know, you became my homeboy at the very end of this game. I don't know if you were faking it or if you were flubbing it, but you gave me what I needed to make sure that I was comfortable in this game, and I appreciate you for that. With that being said, I'm going to say at this point, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I have had a ball playing this game. And I am thankful for each and every one of you for playing your hearts out as you've played this game because it has not been an easy 43 days, just as Jay said. It has not been easy. However, I got to the end, and I am thankful for each one of you that had to go just due to the fact that now you guys can give us up, like, y'all can beat us up and do what y'all need to do. So with that being said, I'm going to succeed the rest of my time, Alex.
Copy that. Time seceded. All right, with that, that concludes you guys' opening statements. We will, once we get everything situated, bring in the first juror. Heather, I know you're in the other room whenever we're able to do that. Or also, I could probably...
The first person is coming in now. The live stream is just a few seconds behind, so
Yeah,
if
I can also
people,
I can also broadcast a
time.
message in there as well. Tawny is our first juror tonight. We're going a little out of order for a couple of the people that need to get out of here early. Okay, so Tawny, just as a reminder, you will have 8 minutes to ask Danny and Jay whatever you would like, say whatever you want to do, all that good stuff. Your time begins when you start talking.
Hello to Jay and Danny. I do have everything written down right now. First, I'd like to say congratulations to the both of you for making it this far. You should both be very proud of yourselves. And I'm going to start this off with an org classic. In a moment, I would like for both of you to close your eyes. And when I say a juror's name, I would like for you to raise your hand if you believe you have their vote. If you could both please close your eyes.
Tawny, I knew this was going to be a question tonight. I'm screaming. Okay.
Okay, so please raise your hand if you believe you have Vicky's vote. Please raise your hand if you believe you have Dime's vote. If you have David's vote. If you have Jen's vote. If you have my vote. If you have Chris's vote. If you have Jesse's vote. If you have Caden's votes. And last, but certainly not least, if you have Caleb's vote. Okay, thank you. You may put any hands down you have, and you may open your eyes. I wanted to go first for a simple reason. I want to prepare you both for what could possibly be coming your way tonight. I need both of you to go your absolute hardest while answering any questions that are going to be coming your way. There are some bitter people coming up behind me, and no one wants to hear any bullshit from either of you. Where some may have their votes already locked in and their minds made up, there are some of us who can still be swayed either way. Do not let anything that could possibly be said get to you tonight. Answer as honestly as you possibly can. During the roundtable, we as a collective felt both of you lacked in strategy, and we need to hear from you tonight what you did in this game. So please tell us. I do not have any questions for you, but I would like to leave you with this, and this is where I'm going to say everyone partaking in the drinking game, please get your cups ready. Finalists, drop everything now. There's no time for tears, or to state the obvious, the stakes are high and the water's rough. This is not a contest of who can act like they care less. Tonight, I want you to stand and get off your knees and fight for what you've worked for. The battle's been long, it's the fight of your lives, but only one of you will stand up as a champion tonight. Do not let these jurors who are washed up and ranting about the same old bitter things, drunk and grumbling on about how you can't play. You don't want to be sliding down the wall with your head in your hands and saying how you could not see the signs. Don't give them another thing to roll their eyes at. There's a fire inside of both of you that can't help but shine through, so prove it. The battle's in your hands now. Thank you, and on to the next juror.
Thank you, Tawny. You can head
That was
back.
a key. We stand.
You can head back into the breakout room. Okay, now in a attempt to try to speed this up, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Don't be messing stuff up, Alex.
Nah, this is more just like to like get jurors in here like as quick as possible. Like, because since they're watching the live stream, but it's like 15 seconds behind, and I don't want like the live stream to be the only thing that like controls whether or not they actually come in or
You're
not.
good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Okay, I will get the next timer ready, and we have our next juror here. It is Chris. Chris, you have 8 minutes on the clock, and it will begin whenever you start talking.
Hey, jury.
Hey,
I just wanted to say congratulations to both of you guys. I feel like I worked with both of you guys. Let's just go ahead and jump into these questions because I want to make sure that I give you guys enough time to answer both of them. So I'll go ahead and start with Jay. Jay, you are a great comp competitor. I think you had a good social game. I think that that's where you kind of maybe beat Danny, but I don't know, by those speeches, maybe not. But strategically, I think you played very scared. I didn't respect during the double you running away through breakout rooms, trying to get away from Tawny and stating, oh, I don't want to see her. I'm afraid. I'm trying to run away from her. I didn't really love that after me and Kaden had just admitted to her, like, hey, we're going to vote you. Or even just talking to the rest of the jury as you guys were sending us out, you didn't talk to us, you didn't really give us anything. So I genuinely would love to know why do you think that that's a strategy to get my vote?
Well, I think there's also some misunderstandings of what went on during that live round. Well, let's just get into that. Kaden and you initially, I thought, didn't tell Tawny y'all wanted to vote her out. When I talked to y'all, when Tawny came to us in the last 1 minute and 50 seconds, she said, give me a reason. I felt like that was y'all first time telling her that y'all voted her out. Now, I think she probably knew you were already voting her out, but I know Kaden did not say anything until all three of us were on one chat with her, because Tawny came up to me multiple times during that round and said, like, Kaden doesn't know where to go with the vote because they don't know where you're at. So I'm like, okay, so Kaden didn't tell them until we got into that 4-person thing. And when Tawny asked me, I told them, you didn't respond to the deal I offered you within the last 24 hours before a live round, and you're expecting me to save you. And you're a threat. You need to go. And I don't think I was like playing scared. I just didn't. I was just having fun with it, like just trying to like escape from Tawny, I guess. I guess I was just trolling a bit. I don't think I was really scared, I guess. I mean, I had already won the veto. I was in a pretty good spot. I could have said what I wanted to do at that point. And I did. And now when it comes to not saying anything when you guys went out, I felt like it was like pretty obvious. And I think I did say something to you. I said, may I get or I think you probably knew you were going out too. And it was more so what was going on within our alliance chat. We were trying to figure out the best times to tell you guys what was happening or so. And sometimes I didn't end up saying much because I felt like it was kind of obvious. There was no need to like bullshit you on what was going on. Like, you're not an idiot. You know what the hell is going on. You're a threat, Chris. You knew what was going on. So yeah, that's where I feel like that's what happened with that. And I feel like my strategy in this game, I was surprised you guys said that because I feel like I had to have some type of strategy to not get nominated into the final four, right? And I feel like my strategy was to keep my target low. Obviously, there were people in front of me like Tani, Caleb, Jen, like all at one point who were threats. And I knew you wanted to target Caleb. That's why I kept pushing within the alliance that no, we need to keep Chris. We need to keep Chris. Even when it was you against Dime, I knew Caleb had a better relationship with Dime than I did. So I felt best to just keep you around for my sake as well. And I knew you could possibly be somebody to target Caleb if you got some power as well. And I would have been mad at that. So, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into Danny. So, Danny,
Hi, friend.
you played more of a different game. In my opinion, you played from the bottom pretty much all of Journey. And I think from your speech, you could agree with that. You were constantly scrambling, trying to flip votes, very, very messy. I think you had a harder time to get where you're at than Jay did. And I totally believe that. You weren't afraid to make moves. You did win a comp, and I think you had some good solid relationships with other people. But before I give you this question, I'm going to go ahead and correct something that you stated earlier. You did not ask to vote that I could vote, that it was okay for you to vote for me.
I knew
I'm
you were
going to
going to bring
correct
that
that.
up. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry. It was flipped because like it was me versus you that round. I said that to David. I apologize. That was my mix up because like I was saying like we were talking about how the vote was going down when that was our end conversation. Whereas me and David, it was, bro, I gotta vote you. Sorry, it's for my game. I'm sorry, but your question.
is going to be, I just want to give you time to why you deserve to win over Jay. I don't really have a question.
Oh, okay. The reason why I believe I should win over this is because even though I will say this first, because I'm not someone that loves to be the center of attention. I think Jay played a phenomenal game, and I will never take that away from him. However, in my respect, I believe that I played a game that I learned a lot from my live reality game experience. And I say that because it has changed me into a different player. Yeah, I was still messy. I was messy as hell. Like I was doing whatever I could. I was scrambling. However, I still felt that in that scramble, I built relationships with each and every person as they were going out and as I was climbing my way through the top. As everyone left, I was like, I'm losing my people, but it's okay. I'm still here. I can still fight. Then it got to that final five, I think it, no, yeah, whenever Jesse left, that's when it was like, I don't know what I'm about to do now. Like, I don't know how I'm about to get here. Like at that point, I had like latched on to Caleb, but like as soon as Caden said, "Oh, me, Jay, and Caleb have a final three," I said, "Oh, baby, it's over with." But somehow I still had that social relationship that Jay wanted to take me, and I still appreciate him for that. But I also feel like I I again will just say that my game was based off of trust. That's all I will say.
I just want to say, because I'm probably not going to see everyone after this, I had a blast playing with everyone. You guys were awesome, and congrats to the winner. That's it, Alex.
You're gonna wait for the rest of your time?
Unless you guys have final seconds, 53 seconds to fill this time. I'm going to give either of you guys, whoever wants to start speaking. If no one starts speaking by the time I'm done talking, you
And he
will just
didn't know
cut
where
it.
he was going towards the end of the game. He was just failing. He was just honestly, If I didn't win any of these comps, he probably would have left. Like if Caden won that veto, he leaves. If Caleb wins that HOH, he leaves. I'm gonna be honest. He's here
It's
because
only if Caden does that though. It's
like
just Caden.
it's just I'm just being honest. Like you
It's
are.
just
Saw
Caden.
how Caleb was when he left. Like he wasn't taking you, and that's why he was so. Unless he knew,
Oh, I
unless
knew
they
that. I knew that.
okay, so then you didn't know what the hell was going on those final four rounds, and
I
you wouldn't be here without me.
yes, I
I'm just
did.
being
I
honest.
legitimately knew that.
Okay, so then you can't say you knew what was going on and you
I
maneuvered around it. You didn't. You were just
I
brought along.
just said
We have to cut it.
All right,
Thank
all
you,
right.
guys.
just
Thank you very much, Chris. All right. Okay, with that, we will bring in the next juror and see if
Miss Vicky.
I forgot you guys see them too.
Yeah, we see them too.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't really matter too much. All right, hello, Vicky. Friendly reminder, you have 8 minutes to say or ask the finalists whatever you would like, and your 8 minutes will begin whenever you start talking.
Beautiful. Hey, Queens, how's you doing?
Hi, Beauty.
So,
Yeah.
I have been MIA, missing in action, for the better part of this entire game. Honestly, I was not there. I was not there emotionally, mentally, capitally, you know? I was gone. Jupiter wasn't even a planet in my. Give me one moment. I do apologize. Anyways, since I don't know anything that was going on, I genuinely went into jury not knowing anything. I wasn't even supposed to be here. So even though I would love to hear about your guys' game,
I'm king.
I live.
my question for both of you. Pick a number 1 through 50.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's 28.
17.
17, 28.
No.
I didn't think about that.
Anyways, I love you both. Thank you for talking to me whenever you guys talk to me. I'm sorry for not, being there. I am excited to see how spicy y'all get. As Connie say, do go crazy, go wild, go stupid, but in a respectful, healthy, and brave manner. I love you guys. You're queer. I'm
And
sorry.
we're here.
You're queer, and you are ready to persevere. And with that, I'm gonna skedaddle and have the Mad Hatter behind me cough his way to death. I love you guys. I am allocating my time. Is that the word?
That sure, I'll take it.
We'll take it.
Thank you, Vicky. You can hop back into the breakout room. Alrighty. With that, we will bring in the next juror.
I'm still here, but just be right back.
Boop. Oh no. Vicky, did you press the wrong button? Oh gosh. Dime, hold up one
Is
sec.
this right?
Yeah, you're good. Just give us one sec. I think Vicky's trying to find her way back to the. Okay, cool. Dime, if you would like to come on camera, you can. If not, that's all right as
Uh,
well.
no. So
It's
sorry.
no, that's all good. That's all good. Just want to make just want to check. Um, so you have 8 minutes to ask the finalists whatever you would like. Say whatever you would like, and your 8 minutes will begin whenever you start talking.
Let's go. Do 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 do. Hi, honeys. It's great seeing y'all
Hey,
again.
B.
Hi,
Hey,
bookies. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Jay. And okay, so
mm,
Jay, in the
yeah.
beginning of the day, at the beginning of the game, we was like a kikiing it up. We was like, lined a little bit and like this. I can't tell if it was still a fake or real alliance, but we was like at least like two of them.
Mm-hmm.
After I want to say maybe after Mike's eviction, you had started this pattern of making alliances with people who were on the block, who were not targets, like who were supposed to be the targets, but they ended up, getting away that week because it's the vote somehow flipped. Was there a reason behind that? Because there was times where I was very confused by that. And me and Danny, like, we used to talk about that because we were in that alliance together. But can you explain like your reasoning behind that?
Well, I want to say to you, like, when we were having a key, like, anytime I have a key in the game, it's never fake for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I love keying. Like, it don't matter. I can be against you and we can still have a good key. So like, I never faked that with you. That was real. Like, we had a real relationship. And with the alliance thing, I think maybe we were in alliance with Chris and Vicky at one point. Other that I think I made or somebody else made, but we were definitely in it during the pre-jury round. And the
Mm-hmm.
Victory Alliance got made because y'all, you know what I talked to you and Danny about. And it didn't end up working out like that, but I felt like I did that for a reason. It wasn't just sporadic out of the moment. Like I had a reason for doing that. And I gave you all that reason and I opened you guys about it. It wasn't just like a spur of the moment just because of that. We just couldn't get that going sooner because Vicky wasn't around.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. That was the only
Okay.
reason. So, and when it came to Chris, I knew at least from my perception, you and Chris had a good relationship. So I thought, why not start an alliance? And I had to start rebuilding with Chris. I said, why not just start an alliance with us, Chris? And I knew you like Danny as well. So like just start it. I just felt like it was smart. And this is what I mean. I was still trying to work with you. It wasn't like when I had joined the secret society at that time, but I was still trying to have other avenues for myself to maneuver just in case something happened. So it wasn't fake for me. I was just really playing the middle, but I really had a good relationship with you. And it wasn't sporadic. It was done with a purpose. And it always had reason behind doing it. And I wish you guys would have just came and talked to me, honestly. I feel like if y'all just like sometimes you and Danny, I feel like y'all really didn't just like, at least from my perspective, take what I was saying seriously. Cause some of the votes, I literally told you guys what was happening and y'all did the opposite and y'all wonder what was going on. You trusted Caleb. That was incorrect. You should have just went along with it and voted it out. And my biggest problem with you, Dime, when we started to separate, like the last straw for me was when Cody specifically said he would come after me if he stayed in this game, and you and Danny voted to keep him here. I'm like, okay, what the hell? Like, okay, you just heard him, he's coming for me, and you're still gonna keep him in the game, but you want to work with me, and you somehow think we're gonna be in alliance together when he gets back. Like, I was like, I can't do it. So, like, that's where I feel like we just fixed it off. But I really did love you. And I feel like if you weren't up against Chris during that round, literally anybody else, like the duelist, anybody else, you're staying in the
Mm-hmm.
game. Like honestly,
Okay.
if it wasn't for you being up against Chris, you would have stayed in the game. Honestly.
Okay, period. All right, say that, boo. Okay. All right, I'm gonna come back. I might have to come back. All right. Danny, boo boo. Hi, boo.
Hey, boo. Hey, honey.
All right. So I'm not gonna lie. Streets was saying towards the end of the game that you was getting like real lazy or whatever, and you wasn't like, your head wasn't in the game, boo. So what's T? Was the head
My
in
head
the
was
game?
more my head was more in the game at the end of it because my entire strategy since I started this game was to act like I didn't know what was going on, and not in the sense of I didn't know how to play the game, but that I was just sitting there. I was just giving information. I was just back like I was laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. That's what I was planning on being, and that's what I was trying to continue. I wasn't trying to play. Did I say 2 minutes? Okay, anyway.
3 minutes.
With that being said, I wasn't trying to make no moves. I wanted to keep going with the same strategy that we had. And when I say we, back when you was in the game, I wasn't trying to win no competitions either. I wasn't trying to win nothing. The only time that I won the HOH is because my partner was good at it. That's the only reason I won that HOH. Like, I wanted to sit and come to this end of this game with no wins. I just happened to get one, so I made a move on that round. But the streets, they can listen to what they want to hear. But what the reality of the situation is, I wanted to sit back and get carried because I knew what this mouthpiece can speak. And I knew what my social relationships were like. I had a relationship with everybody.
Okay.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy with me. And that's where we at.
Okay.
And that's where I was. That's literally where it was. And that's how I played this game. Like, you can look at it. I gave up on majority of the games because I said, I don't care to win this. Like, even my own, like my HOH round, I gave up if I'm pretty sure that I didn't care to win the veto. Like, I didn't care because I wasn't trying to win anything. I didn't want to win anything except the game. Because we only need one competition to win, and that's the whole game. That's what we had done.
Okay. All right, period. And that's all I got for ya. Good luck, my bookies. And may the odds be in your favor. Yes.
Di, would you like to waive the rest of your time?
Yes, I'll waive it. I don't, y'all, kisses to my missus. Let's woosah. Y'all reset. Focus. Okay. All right, I'm out of here. I can leave now.
You can go back to the breakout room.
Okay, period.
Bye,
Good
beauty.
luck. Bye, bookies.
Bye.
All right, lovely. And next up, here's the deal. We have David. He is not here tonight, but he did send us a video. It is an 8-minute video. However, there is a question in the video. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I don't know. Is when the question is asked, I will pause the video for you guys to answer, and then I think he wanted me to play the entire video. So out of respect to David's wishes, once you guys are done answering the question, I'll just play the rest of the video until 8 minutes has passed.
I was gonna say, can we get like 1 minute after he asked the question, and then you just continue, and then
can we
like give us 1 minute to respond to his question?
I mean, it's your guys' time to answer the question.
If it's free, then go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, so let's see if this will work. Share sound. Okay, can you guys both see that face of David? All right, can you hear it?
Hello,
Yes.
It's your favorite jury member, David Dares. I just want to say, Danny, congratulations. Congratulations on making it to the final two of Hypnotic Big Brother. And Jay, congratulations for being carried by Kaden and Caleb, I guess. I don't know. Free back massages for Kaden and Caleb after this. Sorry, Kaden and Caleb after this. On me. But, yeah. I'm not saying my vote's decided, but, you know, I think I'm just ready, and I think I have 8 minutes, right? So y'all can get ready with me. Look, I chose this cute little shirt, little flowers, little short shorts, but I'm gonna get ready, and you guys are just gonna stick around for the ride. For those of you that know me, you guys know that I am a Nikki fan. I'm a Barb all the way. Gang. First person to say me the favorite Nicki verse might get my vote. Alexa, play.
Is he serious?
That is, I believe, David's question. You don't have to record it, but I guess that is the
We
question.
just have to wrap it.
Yep, I believe so.
Jay, go ahead.
A full Nicki verse.
I don't know no damn Nicki verse, so
Fuck Wayne, I never fucked Drake. All my life, man, fuck's sake. If I did, I'ma menage with him and let her eat my ass like a cupcake. My man fool, he just ate. I don't give a fuck if I was late. Did it with my man on the G5 is my ideal of an update. Hut 1, Hut 2, big titties, big butts too. Fuck what them real niggas who don't tell niggas who what they up to. Had to show bitches what a top is. Ring finger what a rock is. These hoes couldn't test me, even if their name was Pop Quiz. Bad bitches who I fuck with, lame bitches I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with them chickens unless their last name was Cutlet.
cutlets.
Let it
Oh, come on, Jay.
man, and tell them bitches blow me. Lance Stevenson. Okay.
Ate them up, Jay. Yes.
Danny, if you'd like to answer the question.
No.
Okay. Then with that, David still has about 5.5 minutes. So.
Monster
God.
by Kanye West, featuring Nicki Minaj.
Just like Nicki.
Kanye West from Spotify.
All right, guys. First thing I need to get ready. Alexa, volume 4. Always have my hairbrush, my little brush right here, my comb, and then I put it on low heat.
I was gonna say that's
and
not a
high.
brush.
And then gotta make sure that I get the part in there. Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, go forward 4 minutes. Alexa, go back 2 minutes.
Oh, that's the one he
That's part of
wants.
this whole entire song. Still got about 6 more minutes. Time's ticking. So if you haven't picked your favorite Nicki verse yet, you're not filming right now. You're probably in the wrong. Gotta make sure you gotta get that line in there, you know? Good enough, I think. There, it's all dry now. And then we use this bedhead manipulator. Get a good little bit in there. And you manipulate it. I guess this was more like a get ready with me video than it was monster automobile gangster with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, man, I drank the color of Willy Wonka. Every king will watch the queen campaign. First things first, I'll eat your brain. Then I'ma start rocking gold teeth and things, cause that's what a motherfucking monster do. But yeah, it was fun playing with you guys this season. I hope you're recording your favorite Nicki verse. That's all I gotta say. Your life in this game depends on it. Let me get this straight, wait. I'm the rookie, but my features and my shows 10 times the pay. 50K for a verse, no album out. BRB, hold on. I can still talk, actually.
I'm screaming that he's not even rapping the whole thing himself.
Will it be Jay or Danny that wins the final Beatles competition of Big Brother? And will they earn David's jury vote? With the mob day, besides Jay, they can't stand besides me. And then we use hairspray. Think big, big ass, give them whiplash.
I think big get cash, make them bring it in. Now look at what you just saw. This is what you live for.
I'm a motherfucking monster. That's my queen right there, guys. And then, once we lock it in,
I'm just realizing
lock
there's a
it in
chance
with-
this live stream could get copyright strike.
Wait, what, Alex?
I'm realizing
Yeah, right?
the live stream could get like a copyright
Yeah,
strike
lots of fun
because this
this
song.
season.
Oh, yeah.
Not bitter,
Oh well.
not salty. But this is a social game.
But he's like covering it up a lot, so
And if
I
you
don't
took the time
know.
to get to know me, you would have
Maybe, I don't know.
been a barb with me. I'm gonna put my earrings in. I'm gonna choose these little feather earrings. Oh no, hold on. It's a feather earring, right? And then it comes with this
We'll
like
have the
this
same
little
ones.
hoop. This on the side, so it's like a little double thing. And then boom, we put it in. Boom. What you think? Is it cute? Cute or not? Rate me. Okay. You have roughly about 2.5 minutes remaining if you haven't already submitted. I'll try to be around. But the first person who submits it is gonna more than likely sway my vote. Because Danny, you kind of low-key betrayed me. I still love you though. No hard feelings. But I think I just gotta make this fair. Nice try.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't like watching people brush their teeth. I'm gonna cover my eyes for now.
Do we need to censor this? Alexa! Alexa! Stop! Oh, for those of you wondering what kind of toothpaste I use, you guys know I'm a child. Colgate Optic White. You gotta keep these little pearly whites. You got
I don't like hearing it either.
All right, thank you,
Thank God.
David. Oh, gosh, lovely having you. Let's see who is the next. Oh, Jesse is, I believe, the next up.
Jesse.
Just say.
Well, that was fun.
That was interesting, is what I was saying.
That was something.
Yeah.
Hi.
Jesse.
Hello, Jesse. You have 8 minutes to ask whatever questions or say whatever statements you would like, and your time
I'm gonna
begins.
start this off with the people being able to drink. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me, Taylor Swift flavor drink. Anyways, we're drinking. So cheers. Well, I'm not. So I'm gonna start with Danny.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, you touched on this briefly. So I just want to clarify. Did you ever throw comps as a strategy?
Yes.
Period. Okay.
Twice, if I'm like fully twice, if I'm correct, and it was in closer to the final rounds.
Okay. Bet. Jay, I'm a little mad at you, not gonna lie, but my vote is still in the air, so be careful how you answer my questions. Jay, why did you lie to me during my vote out? You told me I was fine, and in the tie, you evicted me. I want the reasoning behind it and why you lied to me when you knew I was going at that point. It's not Survivor. There's no idols. Thank you.
Oh, wait, is Jay not here right now? Oh.
Okay, I had to move real quick. Okay, so Jesse, I feel like I just had to like you were the only option for me. Like I wasn't putting Katie and Caleb up at that point. Like the only options were you and Danny to go at that point. And I promised you that because I didn't want to see the block at final six. This is what I mean, like where I built good social capital throughout the game with people and individuals who knew when to cash in on it. Um, I'm s- I'm I'm glad you believed it in the moment. Like I'm glad you believed it in the moment for my game, but I of course didn't want to hurt you, but it needed to get done. Like I didn't want to see the block, and I knew you had a good relationship with Caleb and Kaden because you were in alliance with them throughout the whole game that you didn't tell me about. So I'm just like, you're gonna pick them before you pick me at that point. So I just need to like make a deal real quick and just see if it works out. And it worked out. And unfortunately, I went back on it, but I needed to do that, and it is what it is.
You did
Yeah.
tell me the day to vote that I was okay, so that was kind of icky. I'm not gonna lie.
And I told you were okay on the day of the vote. I don't know that. I don't believe that. That's something I never did.
Okay, cool. Noted. Um, okay, Danny. Well, I'm asking this to both of you. What is a lesson you learned from playing with me in this game? Whether it be a game lesson, a life lesson, I want to know that you both learned something.
Do you want to go first, Jay, or do you mind if I go first?
It doesn't matter.
I go first. Okay, so Jesse, playing with you is for me having the background of like the school, like schooling that I've had. You're someone to me that you have to, for lack of better terms, and don't take it as like a baby type way, but someone you have to nurture, someone that you don't have to be in full contact with them all the time, every minute, but you need to make sure that they're still in a good space every time that they're good. And if they're not, then you need to do that work at that moment to make sure that they're good and make sure that the next time that you come and talk to that person that they're in a good space as well. Like it's continuing to make sure that that person is always in a good state of mind and a good state of health. And I look at that just due to my living relationships, because this also pull again, and I hate to bring up my real foot stuff, but that was something I learned, and it expounded with this game as far as like I learned even more to look into the human psyche and just like look at hey, this person's feeling this way the type of day, like on this day, let's go and see, and let's remove the game from it. Let's see how this person is doing. And now I believe that really came from you, because I believe that you and I really touched bases probably first in this game. And when it came to it that reached to where I go to at the end game. It was, I believe it was, you were still here at that point. It was when Caden's, I believe hamsters. I'm sorry, hamsters or gerbils. I don't know which one you have, Hayden. I'm sorry. I mean, Caden, I'm so sorry. Um, but they had attacked each other and they attacked them, and I was like, oh, and I didn't have a relationship with Caden, so I didn't know how to go into that relationship with them. But I was like, you know what? Hey, that person is still hurting. Let me go and do those type of things and just try to get into, and just like, even though we don't have like a strong relationship, let me just go and see what I can do to just make sure they're okay. And I believe I learned a lot from you in that, because of the fact that learning how you were and also protecting you at the beginning of this game, it just gave me this like, I won't say parental, but this more so protective thing about people and the people I play with. I hope that
Period.
answered the question.
It
Thank
did.
you.
It did. Jay.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was gonna say what I learned is like it's just being more so like respectful and like just respectful to people and stuff like that. I know like you harp on just like even though it's a game, like it doesn't have to get like catty and stuff or like disrespect and pride in a sense. I know how you like felt like Danny didn't do that at a point in time and you like emphasize that as well. So like I know you harp on like just like treating people like the way they want to be treated, even though it's a game at the end of the day. And I truly believe like in these orgs, like it can get catty sometimes. Like Lord knows I got into little spats here and there as well. But like I never took anything personal. I hope any game moves nobody took personal, as well as the lying that I did. We all lied to people in this game. Like I'm sorry, my lie was the lie that like cost me your game, but I needed to do that to get here, Jesse. And I hope it doesn't like, because I really do like you as a person, and we really did bond together like during those early rounds, and we played a lot of the games together. So I hope you like do understand that.
Cool. Alex, how much time do I have left?
A little over a minute.
Cool. Compare your guys' game to a Taylor Swift song. I'm not doing this just so they drink again.
Oh, anti-hero.
Jay.
Hey, mine is mm, But, uh, hmm.
Oh my god, now that song's in my head, Jesse. Why did you say that?
It's me. Hi.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Maybe something like Mirrorball. That's all I can think
Interesting.
of.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Remember, I don't want BS. I just want the truth. There's still a few people to come. So if you've been lying, you might want to not do that anymore because the jury is talking and we know what's the truth and what isn't. So peace out, losers. Girl Scouts,
That
thanks,
does
Alex.
indeed end your time, Jesse. You can head back into the breakout room. All right, with that, we'll bring in the next juror.
Got this freaking gnat in here. Kaden. Sorry, Alex. I'm sorry to spoil.
Sorry, what? Oh.
I said I'm sorry to spoil, but hey.
Come on, man. It's almost like you can read it.
I can
Kaden.
read, Mama. I can read.
That's not what I meant. Kaden, hello, hello.
Hey, Kaden. Oh, your hair is even better today.
Kaden, you will have 8 minutes to do the thing. Say what you want to say, ask what you want to ask, and your 8 minutes starts when you start talking.
All right. All right, here we go. So my first question is for Jay. Were you ever honest with anybody on the block? You say that you were honest, but none of the jurors that I talked to ever said that you told them anything that was the truth. You never talked to them, and if you did, they were one-word answers. And you lied about who was going home. So I just want to know what your strategy was with that and why you made them feel the way they did before they left.
I feel like with certain people, like they should already have known where I stood with them at a point in the game. Like, for example, David, like our relationship was like non-existent. Like him asking me for a vote was crazy. So I felt like him, like that's like out of the park. Like I told Dime up front when she asked me at the last minute between her and Chris, who was I voting? I let her know I'm not keeping you, and I didn't do that. I let her know up front. When it came to Jen, we was barely around during our round, like enough to talk. I barely talked to her, so like I I can't really say what I like. You didn't even get a chance to talk about a vote for Jen, so that's Jen. When it came to Tani, like I said, Tani did not respond to me within the last 24 hours before live night. I and I told her up front when she confronted us, me, you, and Chris, she confronted us about what was our reasoning for voting her out, and I let her know that to her face, like I'm not voting to keep you, and that's why she knew she threw us under the bus all when she left.
That's not what she said, by the way.
That she didn't respond. That she didn't respond to me.
No, that you didn't tell her anything before she left.
Okay, well now she's lying, and that's just okay. Here we go. But anyways, moving on. To you, and I told you guys before that I texted her a full message, you and Caleb. And when it came to you, I felt like I had to lie to you. Like Caleb knew what was going on, but I felt like I needed to get you out at that point, and I felt like at that point I was taking out all the big targets to the game in hand with you guys, and our games were very similar. And you guys, I felt like just had other like you guys would just have better chances at getting votes because you were working handily in another main alliance. Like I had to really rely on other besides you and Kayla, besides the secret society, I had to really rely on making individual relationships with people. Like when it came to the Danny round when he won HOH, I put in hella work after like we got on a call, me and Danny right after and we talked about possible targets. We knew that as long as you didn't go up initially, we'd be safe to go moving forward and stuff. And me and Caleb, we got on calls and exchanged information after having a call with Danny then around and making sure Jen and Tani went up initially. This is what I'm saying. Like my individual relationships, aside from you guys, were like imperative. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here because I didn't have that other alliance like you guys. And it sometimes did make me feel like insecure, like when it came to the end game. Like I really like like you guys were the best alliance I've ever worked with in a game. So like I've never done what I did to you guys ever in a game. So like it really truly hurt me. But when I came time to have that power in a game, I just couldn't overlook the fact that you guys were in another main alliance throughout the whole game. Like, and those are three solid people that you already have some type of working relationship, even though if you did them dirty.
None of them were still in the game at that point, though.
Exact, but I'm talking about when we got to the end game. Like that was like this is like what I'm talking about. Like obviously, when I'm talking about when we got to Final Four, like where my head is at and what we were doing in the game and stuff. Like that's why I went and did what I needed to do to you. And
Right, but we did choose you over the rodents, though.
you did, but I still needed to do what I needed to do.
And so, how did it benefit you to not tell me what you were going to do right before you voted me out? Because you didn't answer me.
Because I think I don't know what happened, but it was a little bit because I was really in between it. I was even texting Caleb, messaging Caleb, like, what should I do and stuff like that. And I was just like thinking to myself, I was just like really perplexed. That's why I left for like 10 minutes. Like I didn't want to do it, but I understood like for my game and to get where I needed to be and for like from myself to have a chance, like I felt like I needed to do that. And it's not something that was like it was not easy for me to do that. I'm not saying it was, but I still did what I needed
I
to
never
do.
said it was easy.
But you guys are making it seem like that. Like we're like everybody who comes up, like talk to me, like when the vote came out, I'm like, look at the previous one. I was like, everybody all has like like people were targeting me. Like you guys told me up front Tawny was targeting me, and she still was expecting me to save her. Like I'm like, people are just like coming at me for like doing what I needed to do when they would have did it to me quicker. And now, not necessarily you guys, but I felt like I needed to make those moves against you because we played similar games, but you also had other people on your side. But I really did was real as fuck. I wouldn't have got on call in hours with you and Caleb for fucking nothing if it was fake. Like that was real, and that's why when I made that decision, it took me some time to actually tell you what was like. I was just processing everything that was happening, and I had a lot going on outside of the game as well. It was a lot. I was at the hospital for my dad that day. Like it was a lot going on. So
I mean, I'm sorry to hear that, but like
no,
you're saying that it was authentic, and then when we get to Final Four, you can't even tell me the truth. You just completely voted me out and completely blindsided me, even though I asked you, right? And you cannot deny that because you completely ignored my message, by the way. And then you completely voted me out and say that it wasn't a spur of the moment decision. But at the moment, I had no idea you were even considering me. It's not like I had the power. You had the power.
I did text you when I won a veto. I said I wouldn't lie if I didn't tell you it was a hard decision. So I did let you know like it was like I was weighing the decision. Like I did let you know like it wasn't a hard it wasn't. I let you know that I was like I was in the middle. Like I told you I wouldn't be. I vividly remember texting you this. I wouldn't be lying if I didn't say like I wasn't thinking about this decision. And like that's when you started rapidly fire texting me, and that's when I like texted you something else, and then I didn't respond after you responded because I was really just thinking about it, and I felt like from my game to give myself the best shot, you needed to go, and it was just really hard for me. It was just hard for me. And
well, hi, Caden, because I don't
Before I
think I'm able to
continue,
speak
hold
to
on.
you.
Can I just see how much time I have left?
About a minute.
None.
About a minute. All right. Let me just ask Danny some questions. I want to know, was your only strategy trust with others? Because what did you do besides letting Jay win every comp for you and take you with him?
I was not expecting Jay to do anything for me. I was not relying on Jay to do anything at all for me. My reliances were to move between whoever would work with me at that moment in time and keep going. Now, in this game, I lost a lot of allies. I was originally with Cody. Then I lost, I mean, actually, no, I was originally with Mike. Then I lost Mike. I got Cody. I lost Cody. Then I got Dime. I lost Dime. Then I and then that's when Jay was part of my like real alliance because I thought he was really trying to do what he brought up to me in round one. Then, which I mean, granted, he did. I'm not going to give that away. I'm not going to take that away from him. Then at the end of it, I ended up with Caleb, and that's who I was working with.
And with that,
so
Danny, sorry, 8 minutes is up. Caden, thank you
Sorry,
very
Danny.
much.
Bye, y'all.
Yep, you can head back to the breakout room. Alrighty. And we will...
Jay, keep your head up.
I'm good.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
No, you're good.
You're still
Thank
my
you.
bro.
Yeah, no. It's all up.
I believe we have our final juror coming in just a little bit. I don't believe Jen will be here tonight, but
Aw, I wanted to talk to her. Okay.
if she hops in by the time Caleb is over, done. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I thought it was weird. If she hops in the Zoom by the time that Caleb is done, then we will give her time. If not, then we will just have to go straight to closing statements. But first, let's see if Caleb... there's Caleb.
Caleb.
Alrighty. Hello, Caleb. You have 8 minutes to ask whatever questions, say whatever you want to say. Your time begins when you start talking.
Okay, so I want to just first, let's both take a breath. This has been a very long hour and a half, hour, however long it's been. This game has been very personal to me because I feel like I've made a connection with both of you and a lot of people in this cast. So my questions are pretty heavy, and I think your answer is going to matter. Jay, tonight, when you laughed and shook your head that I wasn't going to vote for you, that made me almost not want to vote for you tonight. I left thinking I'm going to vote for the person who got me out. I think that I was going to kick both of your asses, and you did the right thing. And
Yes, you were.
it is the way that you went about it is shady to me, and that's why I feel really negative about you. But that is just because it was so personal. Because the way that you and Cade and I sat on call for hours on end every single day for the last 42 days is insane to like for us to be sitting here and be third and fourth is crazy. Especially because you can't preach loyalty now. So I guess my question is, okay, my first question is a silly one. What animal would I be and why? Whoever wants to go first.
Could it be like a sea animal as well?
It can be anything.
I say
You're
a
a
dog.
koala. Reason being, wow, dying. Anyway, reason being is because you're very cute and cuddly. But if you get on their bad side, I feel like them claws is about to come out and it's about to be a. That's how I see you, Caleb.
Okay.
I'd say a dolphin because like I just think like you're really smart. Like you're really fucking smart. Like and like I feel like you have like they have like really prominent cheeks, I think. And like you really do like when you smile, I feel like you have like your cheekbones like or they go up. So like
Okay.
I feel like but, yeah.
Those are both answers I've never gotten. Okay. So my question to Danny is,
Yes, sir.
do you know about the rodents?
Do I know what?
About the rodents, the Rodent Activity Alliance. There was a 5-person alliance in the beginning of the game. It was Tawny, Jen, me, Caden, and Jesse.
No, I do not.
We were basically running a lot of the votes. And so that is the alliance that Jay is talking about, that he was on the outer edge of it. I want to know from you how you played not knowing that there was a power structure, because in my mind, you're just out there. You're not really doing much. And I kind of saw that, but closer to the end of the game, I was like, okay, he has stuff with other people. So how did you play?
Early game. So first few rounds, I will say I will give probably round 1 through 3. I did not care. And when I say personally, I did not care due to the fact of like, I had just got finished with Reelfoot. My mind was exhausted. I did not really like Jacob told me, hey, there's this game. And I was like, okay, for you, I'll play. That's how I felt in the beginning of this game. So I just kind of flew by the seat of my pants, but I was also at the like, oh, I'm like in my mindset, I'm like, oh, I'm just like a big hero. I'm just gonna be a good person at this point. I'm just gonna just make sure that these people are good and this. And I saw people that I felt that like I won't say that they felt vulnerable, but that were vulnerable because at that point they were put up on the block and those type of things. I went to those people and I was like, okay, this is how we about to move. And that's
So
where I
was
feel
that
like a
the
lot of,
hold on?
oh,
So was that with you, Danny, and or you, David, and Dime, and that outer?
no.
No. Okay.
Um,
Name names, please.
oh, okay, names. Went to people, specifically, it was Jesse, Vicky. I think I talked to Jay, I talked to Dime, Cody. I can't remember anyone else at that point. I mean, I'm sorry. After that game, I don't know anything. Um, as far as the beginning of this game. However, with that, I moved into a situation that my alliances kind of varied. I didn't want to be in one single alliance. I wanted to just kind of bounce. But there were a few people who were on the outer corners for like, I don't know if I can trust them. Names: Tawny, Jen. I didn't really want one with Jesse necessarily. Um, but as we move, I keep the same thing. My whole game is just like I'm gonna work with whoever works with me. The only time, oh, go ahead,
Okay,
Caleb.
okay, I have a statement. So a lot of what I saw in the game was um just kind of hoping and praying that you got along. Um, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because I have to vote for somebody who didn't play a very strong game, but played a very strong social game, and I really, really enjoyed playing. Or the person that I spoke to every day and just, you played an amazing game, Jay. I want you to know that you played an amazing game. The Secret Society was like where my loyalty lied, and I don't think I would have done what you did to us. We talked about it, but I would have. You guys were my three, so I just want to say to both of you guys that this has been a very stressful night, but you guys did a really good job. I think you guys have a shot. Um, so in your final speeches, I need you guys to both own shit. I don't think you took Tawny's warning at all. And I think this is kind of shaken a little bit. So whenever you guys give your final speech, just go balls to the walls. We want to hear it.
Okay, well, I think your speech is the one that's most like shaking both of us. The rest of them, I'm like, whatever. But and no shade to them. It's just like I will say,
I'm just shocked you guys are speaking to me nicely.
I do want to say,
I
Caleb, when
don't dislike you.
I was
No,
asked,
you guys spoke kind of nasty to other people, but you're speaking nice to me now.
I do want to say when I was asked about your vote, Caleb, I wasn't like laughing. I thought I was doing this. Like, I don't know, like maybe I think I had your vote, but I could see why you wouldn't want to vote for me. That's what I was doing. And yeah, I feel like I probably have unnecessarily lied to a lot of people towards the end of the games and the rounds and stuff, and then left a really nasty and bitter taste in their mouth. And I can see why you really thought you would beat me in the end, because I thought you would beat me in the end too. Like I I girl, I was scared. I could not go to the end with you, and that's why it was really hard for me to like. I've never been in a position where like the closest person I've worked with hand in hand throughout this game and I have the power to keep them or take them with me. I've never been in that position, but I know I'd be
It
doing a
showed.
disservice. I thought I'd be doing a disservice to myself if I didn't go through with the move regardless, because I know like the
Okay.
gameplay in me knows that's the right move.
I appreciate both of your guys' answers. This has been an amazing game, and you guys both did an amazing job. Getting to the end is very hard, and 42 days is a long time to be talking to people you don't really enjoy. So I want you guys to just pat yourself on the back. You did amazing. We're gonna go vote, but give us one hell of a final speech, please.
With that, Caleb, your time is up. You can head back into the breakout room. Alrighty, Jay and Danny, that was the last juror questioning you guys tonight, which means it is time to move right on to closing statements. Once again, you guys will have 5 minutes to say whatever you would like to the juror. Yes, Danny.
Can we take a small intermission? I just really have to use the restroom.
Since you're first, sure.
Okay,
just hurry up. Hurry up.
I will be. I will be. Okay, hold on. Let me mute because I don't need y'all.
Oh boy. All right. Well, for our YouTube audience that's watching us right now, hope you guys are having a good time, and comment down below what you guys think of the finale so far. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Jay, friendly reminder, because you went first, or you elected to go first for opening statements, that means you are going second for closing statements after Danny makes his speech. Are you driving right now? I don't want to.
Oh, no.
Okay, I didn't want you to like make any speeches or anything while you were driving. That would have been unsafe. Hello, Danny.
Bonjour.
Okay. Are you good to go?
Yeah, let's run it.
Okay. So just once again, because Jay went first for opening statements, he will go. Danny, you will go first for for closing statements. There we go. You have 5 minutes on the clock, and your 5 minutes will begin whenever you start talking.
Hello, fellow jurors. So, with that being said, I played this game alone. I didn't rely on alliances. I didn't rely on people backing me up and having my support or anything to vote in a block. But I had conversations with each one of you as this game went through. No one can say that we didn't have a conversation. For example, if I go through each of you, we go back to the beginning of this game when it comes to, when I say beginning, the beginning of jury at least. We go to Vicky, which she's not here, I think. She might be, I don't know. But Vicky's vote, I flipped that on her, but the only reason that happened was because I was worried about her safety and I needed her to focus on something else. Like, I didn't need her to focus on a game when her livelihood was more important. We then moved to Dime. Dime was my sister, my girl, my girlfriend. She was like, that was the one. Like, ooh, baby. That was how we like that was the one. And when I say this, I was so devastated that she went home that it was like, okay, I'm about to go on the run from. I'm about to go on the run. Then we move to David. We go to David and his situation I'm still broken down about. Like I'm like okay, he was hurt about the fact that all of us voted that he was so many things that were not good necessarily. Like some people can take that and just be like, okay, whatever. That was not something he could handle. And that's something that I felt so like uncomfortable about because he couldn't handle it. And I went to him to make sure that he was okay. Then we go to Chris. Chris and me were on the block. And with me and Chris, it was a situation of it's me or you. We got what we got to do. Like I'm sorry, but I had those connections because I kept that same energy with everyone around as we go through everyone that has left this game. That same energy was always meant like it was something that I always wanted to make sure was going to happen because I was not trying to win a game except this one. To which we then go to Jen. Jen, I'm sorry she's not here, but I took her out again, and it's a repeat of what my first story was. Like it's the same thing. There's nothing to change about it. And I say this because I played how I played. And I say this, I'm never going to down another black man. And I'm going to change the way I'm playing this right now. I'm never going to down another black man because, again, I appreciate where Jay came to me at the beginning of this game and was like, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, here we are. It's us two at the end. One of us is going to win. We're going to have a black representative. It's cool, cool, cool. However, I do believe that I played this game in a way that each one of you feel comfortable voting for me, and each one of you feel comfortable that I'm the representative of this season. Now, if you don't, I don't know. I don't know what else I can say, but I'm going to succeed and let Jay have the rest of this time.
Okay. Thank you very much, Danny. Jay, you have 5 minutes whenever you begin talking.
Okay. So throughout this game, like I said, it's not been an easy game for me, like especially within these last few rounds, like even dealing with my outside personal issues and still finding time to make mental space in my head for this damn game. Like it wasn't hard to even like even though I didn't want to continue at this game at this point because that's how serious stuff was going on. But I made a commitment and I knew I had a real shot at getting to this point, and it would be beneath me to like just give it up after all that time. So I do want to harp on like I heard y'all when you guys came to me and said y'all really left with a sour taste in y'all mouth with me because y'all I feel like it's because you guys had good connections with me and I made you guys promises. And I feel like the only reason why I get those promises and I get that trust from you guys to be able to make those moves is by putting in that work early on in the game and showing you guys loyalty throughout the game up until when I made that move, obviously. But before that, you would have no reason to believe I would make that move. So although I do agree, like I could have done a lot better with how I phrased things when we got going out, or just how I talked to you guys, and how I just could have been like more real, like with you guys towards the end, as I was with like some of the obvious people like Diamond, David, and Coleman. As I was with them, I could have just been as upfront for with you guys. But it's just like we had such I had such stronger connections to you guys than I did with them. It just made it a little bit tougher. And I definitely could have worked on that. But wouldn't I would not say I regret those moves because I feel like I needed to make them when I made them to get where I am right now. And given given what has transpired throughout the game, I feel like the secret society and my individual relationships outside of that has gotten me here. I feel like a good like one of the best things I did was after Vicky left, getting Chris to feel like he got closer to me than Danny, Dime, and David, even though they really did save him. And I felt like that was a really big move. I felt like getting Danny to initially push Tawny and Jen with Caleb as well as we were like exchanging information after we initially called with Danny. We both called with Danny and we both got on the call and transpired information about what he was doing and stuff. So we're just gonna be honest here. Really like some of your moves were not your moves, but no shade. But I love you. Yeah, I feel like I could have worked on what I worked on with telling you guys towards the end how how you were going out, but the moves needed to get done. And Caden, I do want to apologize to how that end portion of the messaging went down during our veto. It was like I have so much respect for you, and we've been working together throughout the whole game, even up until that point. And although I feel like the move needed to get done and I don't regret it, I do regret the things I didn't say to you regarding the move. You could have known at that point. I agree. I could have just been upfront. There's no denying that. And Caleb, that move needed to get done. You admitted to yourself the move needed to get done. I definitely could have went about it differently with you as well, but I felt like it was the move that I needed to get done to get where I am right now. And when it comes to Jesse, I do feel like I did promise you at the final six that I wouldn't put you up the next round, but I was trying to save myself. Like if Chris or Danny pulled themselves off the block, I felt like you were gonna put me up instead of Caden and Caleb. Like you had a whole alliance with them throughout the whole game that I didn't know about. I felt like you would have easily went back on your word towards me the way I did towards you. So I just had to make that promise and hope it went through. And I went back on it. And I don't regret it because it needed to happen. I do regret telling you the things I did. I did say to you when you went out. That was a mistake as well. But the moves I made, the game, the comps I won the most comps all season. I didn't touch the block until Final Four. Like the strategy was there. Like, I'm sorry. Like there was times where the Secret Society was not empowered throughout the whole game for like a period of time up until live round, and we maneuvered through that. Yes, Caden and Caleb had Tani and Jesse with them as well, but I had myself putting in work with people like when Danny won HOH or when Tani or Jesse won HOH. Like I made sure I got on call with Tani right after they won HOH for like a cool hour and we talked game. So like I made sure I did what I did.
With that, Jay, your time is up. Danny, Jay, thank you very, very much for uh, all you've given us here tonight. Jurors, if you are watching, this is now the time for you to go into your prod chats and cast your vote for either Jay or Danny to win this game. Reminder, you are casting a vote to win. This is not a vote to evict. We are not having any any topaz situations in this game. Are we bringing the jurors, Heather? Are we bringing the jurors into the main room now? We may be, we may not be, but at this point, the jurors will be casting their votes.
We sure can.
Was that bring the jurors into the main room? Yeah, let's do that. Let's have everybody in here. Let's make it a party.
Just saying,
Can you
just because the vote has not been read yet, if the jury can remain quiet since woo.
Well, you guys can talk, just not about game.
I would say no.
Or
Just
yeah,
wait till right after, because we will get into awards where y'all can talk, y'all can like say shit once we like do things. So like we'll get onto that. Yeah.
do all the shenanigans, all that good stuff.
I'm in solitary confinement.
Okay, one sec.
I just want to ask, do I have enough time to go to the bathroom before we start?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Cool. I'll be
I
right
was gonna
back.
say, yeah, you do, Caden. You got plenty of time.
Thanks, Danny.
Also, Jay,
What's up?
I want to say good luck, and you have been a worthy opponent, and I wish nothing but the best for you.
It's been all love, and that's everybody. Yeah. But,
Okay, I'm muting because nobody's gonna take a shot with me, so it is what it is. Unless, okay, yeah, nobody's going to. Okay, fuck y'all.
Not worry, I'm back.
Thank you for your patience, y'all. We're just dealing with a couple last minute things and seeing if we can get maybe some pre-jurors in here to join in the party. All right. Are we good to go, fellow prod people? Maybe not. I don't know.
Wait, what was the question, Alex? I was trying to get another pre-jury member in
The
here.
question was, are we good to go?
Yes. Is it a
Yes.
trick question?
Oh, we have one pre-juror in here. And it's Mike.
Hey, Mike.
If we
Hello.
could,
Hey.
we all love you, but mute because we are going to be announcing the winner in just a second.
So wait, who won the season?
We're about to find
we're
out, buddy.
announcing that,
Oh,
right now.
shit. Okay, yeah, I
We're
wasn't
joining
paying
for
attention.
You're good. All right. With that, everyone, we have the votes. First of all, before we read the votes, Jay, Danny, jurors, pre-jurors, thank you all so much for making this season what it was. We love hosting, and what we love even more is knowing that you guys had a good time in this game. Still bonkers that we were able to get 4 seasons of this and complete 4 seasons of it. So once again, thank you guys for that. You made the season phenomenal, let me just tell you. With that, we'll get into the reading of the votes and seeing who the winner of season 4 of Hypnotic Big Brother is. With that, we'll read the votes. Caleb has cast his vote for Jay. Caden has cast their vote for Danny. That's 1 vote Jay, 1 vote Danny. Jessie has cast her vote for Danny. Chris has cast his vote for Danny. Tawny has cast her vote for Jay. Jen has cast her vote for Jay. That is 3 votes Jay, 3 votes Danny, 5 votes to win. David has cast his vote for Danny. Dime has cast her vote for the winner of Hypnotic Big Brother Season 4, Danny. Congratulations, Danny. You are indeed the winner of Hypnotic Big Brother.
It's Danny time.
Season 4
Oh
YouTube
my
recommended.
I told you so.
Danny Town around these parts.
Look, even the ones who didn't vote for me, I still love you. And Jay, you're still vice president, so it's okay.
And
I still love you.
And just for the
Oh
record,
my God.
just for the record, Vicky also cast her vote for Danny. So by a vote of 6-3, you are
Is that
Hypnotic
a
Big Brothers
thing for Hypnotic?
Congratulations,
Yes,
Danny.
every season has been a 6-3 vote. So it is Hypnotic tradition to have a 6-3.
Congrats, Danny.
It is indeed.
Thank you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know words. I don't know what words are. What are words? But thank you. Thank you. Y'all have been very worthy competitors, and I'm very thankful to have played with each and every one of you. Like, when I had my speeches, even though I flubbed on that final speech, whatever, each one of you are still just absolutely phenomenal and absolutely fabulous. And I would not have wanted to play with anyone else because this has been such a fun game. I'm getting choked up. What the hell is wrong with me? But here we are. Thank you and love you guys. Now get off the tension off me because I need to do something else.
Well, again, congratulations, Danny. And Jay, equal congratulations to you. It is no small feat to make it all the way to the final 2 in this game, so you should be incredibly proud of yourself and the game you have played. This is never anything to shy away from. So again, congratulations. If you have any words, feel free.
Thank you. No. Thank you, Prod. No, I just had to sit in it for a bit. I just had to sit in it. You bitches got your lick back. Y'all got your lick back. I'll give it to you, Kaden. You got your lick back. I give you props. You got your lick back. I give it to you. I'll take it. But It was fun. It was fun. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. It was all in good jest. Congratulations, Danny. And thank you
Thank
for
you,
hosting me,
baby.
Jacob. Jacob, if it wasn't for it being your game, I probably wouldn't have played it, but I'm glad I got to meet the rest of Prod as well. And I love you guys as well. No shade.
Ah, the disrespect.
I mean,
Oh
the
my
whole cast, I think, are here because of me, right? Just like a good chunk.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, with that, are we gonna keep live streaming for the award ceremony?
Yes, let's go.
Let's
Let's go.
cut the
That's what
live
I'm
stream
here
for
for.
the awards. We'll record the awards.
Yeah.
So that
Wait, do
you
we need to
know.
close and then start again?
No,
Or-
no, we'll keep it in
All we
here.
have to do is just end the recording. Thank you all for coming. I've been drinking tonight, so
To the
Oh, I was
yeah.
gonna say,
Me
let's take
too,
a
Heather.
shot.
Me too.
Can we take one
Let's
more
take
drink
a
before a drink and
shot.
hit before ending the live stream?
I'm
'Cause
7
I
seltzers down, guys.
Oh, period. I'm a full bottle down, so
Or actually, we can end the live stream because I don't want to wait for everything. But like, we'll get on to the awards, which is the fun part of the night. Woo.
To our viewers, thank you for watching yet another season. We will see you when season 5 is, which will be happening sometime. Thank you for watching.
We'll figure that out.